Welcome back. It's Comcast Local Edition from the Capitol in Olympia. I'm Tony Ventrella. Thank you very much for joining us today as we welcome Rob Richards, who is administrator of an organization called Bread and Roses. Now, at first when I saw that, I thought, well, it's a rock band. It's a garage band. We'll talk about that. But you are a homeless advocacy group, correct? What are you all
That's
about?
right.
What's your group all about?
Well, we're a nonprofit organization. We rely primarily on donations from the local community. Mm-hmm. We work one-on-one with folks on the streets, with the ultimate goal being to get them into some sort of housing.
Sure.
And off the streets, and make their lives safer. The approach that we take is a bit different than other social service organizations.
How so?
A lot of places you go, if you're looking for services, you will take a number, you'll wait in line, you'll talk to somebody through a pane of glass or across a desk. We try a real side-by-side approach. It's an empowerment model. We base a lot of our service philosophies on sort of the philosophy of Dorothy Day and the Catholic worker movement.
Sure.
So our work stems from that.
Because you've gotten results, and that got results, and that's why you've done it that way. A lot of people wonder about causes. We all see the people on the street corners with the signs. That is one element of the homeless society. You're telling me, though, that the average person is only most of homeless people are only homeless for a few months?
That's correct. The average time spent homeless is about 3 to 5 months, somewhere in there. Most people they'll have a setback, and it takes a very short amount of time to get back on their feet. You know, these are folks that have been working all their lives, been paying their taxes, had in medical insurance. You know, something happened, they weren't covered.
Yeah.
Something happened at work, they couldn't work anymore, and they had a setback. They stay in a shelter, and then they get back on their feet.
It's amazing how quickly that can happen, how quickly life can change.
Absolutely.
And a lot of it is connected to the fact that so many people are not covered by health insurance.
I believe so. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's a whole other issue that we'll talk about another time. So causes, that's one of the big causes, health issues. Is it the number one cause, pretty much?
I'd say it's up there. I'd say
Yeah.
it's definitely a lot of things relate. I mean, if you consider health and like physical health and mental health
Yeah.
as all one group, then definitely the number one cause.
You know, one of the criticisms, I hear a lot of people say this, although most of those people don't do anything to help, but they generally say, they're homeless because they want to be homeless. How many homeless people want to be homeless?
Very few. I think maybe I've met one or two, and you know, those are folks that but they travel around the country. They're not the people you see sitting every day on the sidewalk. They travel around. They do choose a certain kind of lifestyle, and that's okay. And they're prepared for that. And most people aren't prepared for living outdoors.
What are a couple of the solutions, Rob, that you guys try to reach for?
Well, we definitely work on bigger picture things such as providing more transitional housing, more supportive services. But housing is the key, and really I would lobby for any level of housing. I mean, if you build condos in an area, then people are going to move up into condos and out of rentals that people can afford. So housing is the big thing. We've commodified housing, and we've made it's gone from being something that people sort of needed to something that people wanted and you know, defined them, and that's kind of a big issue because it becomes something that people can't afford anymore.
As we're watching at home, talking with Rob Richards, you're seeing two numbers on the screen. Tell me what those phone numbers are.
The first number is if you have questions about our programs or would like to make a donation and want to know the address or how to volunteer, you can call the first number on the left there. Mm-hmm. The number on the right there is if you're in need of services. That's our Advocacy Center number. You can call there and get help over the phone, or we might invite you to come down and do an intake.
Excellent, Rob. Well, you're a young man doing very good work, and I think
Thank you.
I think it's great. Someday, can we end homelessness if people get on the right side of this?
Maybe
right.
so. Maybe someday.
Okay. All right.
I hope so.
Okay, that's a good response. Thanks, Rob. I appreciate it. Administrator of Bread and Roses. You've seen the phone numbers. Help out if you can. I appreciate it. Thanks for joining us on Comcast Local Edition. I'm Tony Ventrella. See you next time.